As you can see, I'm a bit poorly today. I've got a bit of the old bronchitis, so if I have a coughing fit, I do apologise. But anyway, today's vlog, a little bit different to normal, more of a serious matter, this one. I want to tell you about what happened to me on my last flight, coming back from Phoenix. We had a major engine fire. So it was a proper mayday call was made and everything. So it was very serious. I've got some videos to show you and some pictures. So just to see what you think. But I'll tell you, from my side of the story, because I was working on the actual plane, all about it. So I was sat at door 5 right, ready to take off. Passengers were all set, secured in, and we were ready to go. And we're on the runway. And I was actually doing what's called my silent review. So I was actually sat at my door and I was thinking of my door drills, which is, it's something that's drilled into us really every time we do our annual checks. And to my colleagues, I can't emphasise how important it is. But I was actually doing my door drills as we were setting off on the runway. Now, as we approach takeoff speed, they call it V1, and it's the speed of the aircraft where there's a point of no return, basically. So you get to a certain speed, and you can't, after this speed, you've got to take off, basically. You can't slow down, you can't stop, there's not enough runway, so you have to take off. And as we approach V1, takeoff speed, I'm looking out my window, doing my silent checks, and I can see orange. My whole window lit up orange, and I could see flames and sparks flying past my window. And I thought, that's not right. So I shouted over to my colleague and I said, can you see this? And she looked and she went, that is not right, that's not right. I mean, I knew, I just wanted reassurance really, because what I was about to do next, I have never done in 21 years of flying. I had to phone the flight deck on the emergency call, of which I did. So I picked up the phone, did the emergency call, and waited for the flight deck to answer. Now, bearing in mind, this is their busiest time. And so there was no answer. And it was ringing and ringing. Then all of a sudden, somebody picked up and went, we're on it, and put the phone down. Bang. And that reassured me, because then I knew that they knew there was something wrong with one of the engines. Because you've got to remember that when they're up there, if nothing is lit up on their control panels and the computer screens, they have no idea what's going on behind them, because they're completely shut off from everything. So I'd worked out that it was engine number 3. I was going to tell them what I could see, what I thought had happened. But of course, they didn't have time for all that, did they? They just said, we're on it, and put the phone down. So at least I knew they were in control of it all anyway. So yeah, so basically that's what happened on takeoff. Now, I've got a little video here that will show you somebody on the ground was filming the actual flight as it took off, and you can see what happened. So I'll see you in a minute. So what did you think of that? You could see, you could hear the bang as we reached takeoff speed, and then the popping of the flames going in and out of the engine. Something to do with the aerodynamics there. I didn't understand it fully. So yeah, we actually climbed up into the air then. While this was all happening, we were waiting for information from the flight crew, but of course their workload is immense. When something like that happens, they're really busy. So we sat there and waited. And then I got the call from the CSD to let us know what had happened. Basically, as I said, it was an engine fire. They closed down the engine. They were now talking to air traffic control, which was good, and they were in the process of finding somewhere to dump the fuel, because we have a lot of fuel on board and we can't just dump it over people's houses. We have to go somewhere where it's quite remote. So that's what we did. It took about 3/4 of an hour to for the full process to happen, to find somewhere and dump the fuel, and then land the plane. So the next video I've got for you is the chatting from the air traffic control to the flight deck, which is quite interesting, and that'll give you an idea of what they had to do and how busy they were. So yeah, have a look at this. It's quite interesting. You might get a bit bored, but you know, bear with.
343 Papa Heavy, wind 32016, runway 8, clear for takeoff. So takeoff runway, that's 343 Papa Heavy, be advised, looks like number 3 or 4 engine has sparks flying out of it. Yeah, 343 Papa Heavy, we're dealing with a standby. To 594, the previous departure had something wrong with his engine. I'm not sure if you want to go around or if you want to continue the approach.
You did at 594, stand by. I tell you what, for 594, yeah, why don't we just set us up in a different pattern here for the south side.
594, roger, go around, flight runway heading, maintain 4,000.
Then we'll go around, runway heading, 4,000, yeah, 594.
343 Papa Heavy, do you need any assistance?
Number, Mayday, so Beaver 38 Papa. We have a engine shutdown. We are continuing to Sparky. It'll be a right turn direct to the Willie, that's the India Whiskey Alpha, climbing 6,000 feet, and we'll take up the whole of the India Whiskey Alpha. We'll let you know further intentions to come up.
Data 594, climb maintain 6,000.
Okay, 6,000, yeah, 594.
Speedbird 3 Papa Heavy, proceed as requested. Advise if you need any assistance.
Okay, stop by.
Speedbird 3 Papa Heavy, climb maintain 6,000. Proceed direct Gateway India Whiskey Alpha.
Climb maintain 6,000 to Gateway India Whiskey Alpha to enter the hold. The north right turn to the Papa Heavy.
Speedbird 3 Papa Heavy, contact departure 119.2. They are aware of your direct Gateway and 6,000.
Beaver 38 Papa Heavy, Phoenix approach, roger. Turn right heading 120. I'm going to move you over to the southwest side of Phoenix if that's okay. Yeah, heading 120 degrees, Beaver 38 Papa. If you could just tell us then at one point, I suppose that's the way residential when we can start up. Okay, no problem. You guys, yeah, I'll let you know when you can start your dumping. And just for information, that we had the problem going down the runway, engine stirring, and overheat. It's a bit of a bang, so that it's done a runway check.
It's closed right now because they're doing the sweep on it right now.
Okay, that's great.
Super 38 Papa Heavy, everything, they didn't find anything, so they just opened up the
Okay, that's great.
Super 38 Papa Heavy, turn right to 210.
Sorry, 210 degrees, Beaver 38 Papa.
38 Papa Heavy, just to make sure it's just one engine that had this issue, all the other three are fine, right?
That's correct. It's engine number 3, right inboard engine. We have the issue with 1, 2, and 4 operating normally. We're fine well with it.
Yeah, thank you, Speaker 38 Papa Heavy. Thank you. I'll get you due westbound in a second. I'll be able to let you start up your fuel in about 5 minutes.
That's copy.
For 38 Papa Heavy, flying at 250.
Right, 250 degrees to the 38 Papa Heavy.
Speaker 38 Papa Heavy, when we let you start dumping your fuel, how long do you anticipate it's going to take?
Speedbird 38 Papa Heavy. Slightly take about 20 minutes for us to dump down to our maximum landing weight.
Is that about 22 minutes, sir?
At the moment, 20 to 22 minutes, over.
Thank you, boss. 38 Papa Heavy, let's see, you guys turn 10 degrees right. And give me a moment, you start coming here in just a second.
Okay, so heading is 60. And it just takes us 10 minutes or so to get this something. So if you're happy to give us vectors in this position, that's great.
Affirmative, and you can start going through your checklist. I'll let you know here in just a second.
Okay, we'll start now. Do you want us to score 77,000? Yes, okay with this number.
It's Speedbird 38 Papa Heavy. You can start dumping your fuel whenever you need to. Speedbird 38 Papa Heavy, when in.
Speedbird 38 Papa, right, we'll be starting with that.
Yeah, no problem. I was just going to ask you a question when you're ready. Speedbird 38 Papa Heavy, you have time for a question?
Go ahead.
Speedbird 38 Papa Heavy, my airspace ends in about, I'll let you run out a little bit further out than that. For about, I'll let you run on this for about
Papa Heavy. I'm going to turn you back to the east in about 2 minutes.
That's 38 Papa.
Roger, fuel dump in progress. It's about 12 miles north of Heel Event, east to west for the next 20 minutes. Paper 38 Papa Heavy. Turn right. Right turn, heading 080.
Mike 080, speaker 38 Papa Heavy.
38 Papa Heavy, are you able to climb to 10,000 feet or not?
Speaker 38 Papa, yep, no, we can climb 10,000 feet, that helps us, and we'll have to downgrade the name of the fuel, helping that, best you can.
Sorry, 38 Papa Heavy, say the last part.
I'm guessing we've downgraded from our Mayday station, that's what I'm assuming, 38 Papa.
Downgraded to Mayday status.
Well, I'm happy you're helping us out, so you know we have an issue. We're obviously coming back in.
Paper 38 Papa Heavy, copy that. And climb maintain 10,000.
I'm saying 10,000. And we will just be 2 or 3 minutes before we start my car approach, so we'll let you know when we're ready to approach.
Papa Heavy, no problem, thank you. You guys want to fly on the ILS runway 8?
Also, we've got it all set up for the ILS runway 08, and we'll just let you know if we're set up just for a check on the
38 Papa Heavy, thank you. Just let me know and I'll get started your turn off to the northwest.
That's lovely. Thanks so much for waiting. And Phoenix Fever 38 Papa, I see we're positioned us back towards the field, and we're happy to make an approach now, so requesting sunset.
Right, Fever 38 Papa Heavy, you're clear to Phoenix via radar vectors, descend to maintain 8,000.
Fire radar vectors, descent 8,000.
And can you let me know what your fuel left is?
We got, I suppose, we got 54 tons of fuel, so which has come down to the maximum landing weight. And if possible, we'd like to probably roll out towards the end of the runway, sir.
Okay, yeah, and you said how many pounds of fuel?
Sorry, how many more, sir?
How many pounds, or can you give us that in time, or is it just easier with, you said 5,400 pounds?
2,000 kilos.
2,000 kilos. Okay.
A Phoenix Fever 38 Papa, just for information, what the tower will give us. In terms of the aircraft, would we be allowed to just taxi back to our original gate Bravo 25 if you wanted to hold somewhere for inspection?
I'm not sure at the time, but I will find out. I'll let you know right away.
Lovely, thank you.
So while the boys were busy at the front, what we had to do was we went to see all the passengers, because a lot of the passengers didn't know what was going on because they couldn't see anything out front. You know, if they were sat on the left hand side forward of the or right hand side forward of the engine, they wouldn't have known what was going on at all, because there was just a slight vibration when it all happened. It was, you know, nothing major. So we went and explained to what they were, what had happened, and you know, we give people drinks and we tried to tell them what would happen, what would be the process when they landed back in Phoenix. You know, that they would be put up in hotels, they would be looked after, they would be put on other flights or put on tomorrow night's flight. So just to reassure them, and I have to say, the passengers were absolutely lovely. They fully understood. There was no moaning, because sometimes you do get that. You know, it never ceases to amaze me how people can moan about, you know, security and safety and things like that. But some people do. But not this time. And when we actually did land, we all got a big round of applause, and they were all very, very thankful. Well, that's from me. That's it from me now. We all landed safe and sound. So it was a very happy ending. Anyway, that's the end of the vlog for today. So if you've liked it, give it a thumbs up. If you've not liked it, give it a thumbs down. I'll understand. Please share it, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thanks very much.